مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my students, and welcome to my fourth video for the second online learning lesson this year. Our lesson today is a writing task. Now, let's start with the objective of our lesson today. Our objective of the lesson today is to write a review of a video game based on the brainstorming plan. But before we start, I want you just to have a look at these pictures and try to answer my question. My question is, are these real games or not? What do you think? Are these games real or not? Yes, think for a few seconds. Excellent, right? They are not real, okay? So they are video games. They are not real games, right? Now, in order to write a review of a game, you have three parts of the writing paragraph. The first part is the introduction, and the second is the body, and the third one is the conclusion. Okay? Now we are trying to write a plan. Write a plan first after going through the writing prompt. مطلوب يا جماعة الخير إن احنا نعمل المخطط للتقييم لأحد ألعاب الفيديو جيم، تقييم لها. بداية هنكتب المخطط تشتمل على المقدمة وعرض الموضوع ثم الخاتمة. في المقدمة عندنا we have three main questions. Okay, question number one. What's the name of the game? You have to mention the name of the game first, right? Either it is a tennis ball video game, a football video game, a volleyball or a basketball video game. The second question is, what type of game is it? Yes, is it a single player or a multiplayer game? A single player or a multiplayer? You are professional at video games. Okay, so you have already been acquainted with these definitions, with these words, single player or multiplayer. Now, the final question is, when did it come out? It came out in 1873 or 2018. So this is the introduction of the writing plan. Okay, the introduction. Now, the main part of the body paragraph. The body paragraph. You have to go through these two questions as well. What's the plot of the game? And the second one is, how is the game played? For the first question regarding the plot of the game, suppose that you are speaking about or we are writing about tennis. You have to choose a coach, do a training session, score more points, choose which competition to enter. Okay, now for the second question, how the game is played. How is the game played? Now, players stand on opposite sides of a net and use a string jacket to hit a ball back and forth to each other's. Okay, now for the last part of the body paragraph, it includes the conclusion. In the conclusion, you have to find out the answers for these two questions too. What's your general opinion of the game? You have to assess the game, to give your opinion on this game, to assess, to say whether you like it or not. Then the final question is, do you recommend it? Why and why not? Okay, so for the first part of the question, which is concerned with your opinion, what's your general opinion of the game? You can say whether you like it or not, whether it's good or bad, whether you are biased towards it, for it, or against it. If you like it, you should say, I think it's brilliant, it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's exciting. Okay, so you are giving your opinion for whether you are for it or against it. You like it or dislike it. You can also say, or I think it's boring, it is disappointing, it is unrealistic. So this is your assessment, your evaluation, your opinion of the game. Okay. Now the final question regarding your recommendations to this game, whether you recommend it to your friends or not. إذا كنت بتوصي بها لأحد أصدقائك أو لا، إذا بعد ما عجبتك أو أبديت رأيك فيها بتوصي بها لأحد أقاربك أو أصدقائك، ولا لا توصي بها يعني ما تعجبك. You should say, yes, I recommend it to my friends and classmates. As it's a challenging game, challenging يعني لعبة تحدي, a challenging game. Or you should say, no, I do not recommend it to my friends and classmates because it's unrealistic. لأنها ليست حقيقية. أنت بتحب الرياضات الحقيقية، إنما هذه رياضة خيالية وهمية ليست حقيقية. So this is the plan of the topic. This is the plan of the game review. Now we are going to write our game review. The game review consists of three main parts, as we've just mentioned: the introduction, the main part, and the conclusion. For the introduction, if we are talking about, for example, tennis, you should say Tennis World Tour is a single player game from 2018. The goal is to beat lots of famous players to become world number one. And although it's mostly involves playing tennis, it has other features involving strategy as well. So this is the introduction. Now, for the main part of the paragraph, you can write these sentences as well, or this paragraph as well. You begin by choosing a coach. Then you do training session to get more points. You also have to choose which competition to enter. You can play against 30 of the world's best players. Special technology was used to record the movement of these players on different surfaces, and you play against them all over the world. Then the final paragraph, which includes the conclusion. You can write this caption as well. Overall, though Tennis World Tour is disappointing, the graphics are so unrealistic, and sometimes the ball still returns to your opponents even though you didn't hit it. Also, you cannot change your coach, despite the fact that it says you can. In short, I do not recommend it. So by this, we come to the end of our lesson today. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you are okay. Please take my tips into consideration, since writing is one of the most important learning skills. So thank you for watching, and have a good day. شكرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is your teacher Adil Al-Mazlum.